Just obviously we're in the middle of finals. Got today, I think, taken care of, and we got tomorrow. A couple of them have some tomorrow, but wrapping up our first semester, I'm really proud of our team and my players. I think our student athletes have done another great job in the classroom. We're coming off of back-to-back 3.4, 3.44 team GPAs last fall and spring, and I think this semester should be another 3-point plus term. Jazz is one of two kids on our team that's probably going to make a 4-point, and I'm really proud of her. Anriel's in her grad school and doing well also. So just trying to get them finished up, and then we've obviously got a big week. Friday night, going down and playing a very talented Southern Miss team. Joy Lee's great coach, always has those kids ready. We'll have to play down there on their floor. Hoping we'll have a lot of people from the coast come up for our game, like they always do. It's a tip-off at 6, and we'll have to go down there and play well. They've started off pretty well, 6-3, I believe, in their first 9, and shooting the ball extremely well, 46% from the field, and scoring 67 points a game. So we're going to have to go down there and play well. They're going to do some things that could potentially bother us, that have bothered us this year already. And so this week's practice has had to, we've had to work around final schedules and studying and everything else. But these next couple of days will be real important for us getting ready for Friday night.
Vic, you mentioned that you did say the players haven't seen the film of Marquette yet, right?
Right.
What's been the teaching points from that game before showing them the film? What were some things that you wanted to work on in practice? Because I know that you weren't happy about some things in that game. I know you were happy to win, but
right.
What were some things that y'all worked on last week or so?
Obviously, our transition defense is something that we've spent some time on, and it's really not rocket science, and it's not anything that complicated. It's just a matter of cleaning some things up, and at the same time, we've worked on some late shot clock offense, spacing on offense. Our spacing was really bad the other night, and so we've worked on that as well. I gave them the weekend off where they could really focus on their academics, and so Monday and Tuesday kind of was a little bit of getting the rust knocked off a little bit and just getting our legs back under us. But today and tomorrow is going to be real critical for us to get back to really cleaning up some technique issues that we have and getting ready for this little 3-game stretch run that we've got to finish out the fall semester.
When you put the schedule together for this season, what was your thinking about how you lined up the games in terms of where they fell, and then about the upcoming road trip? How did you want to place that, and why did you want to place it where it is?
Yeah, so, it's becoming increasingly difficult to schedule here at Mississippi State. Hard to get people to come here and play. If you get a home and home, everybody wants you to come there first, or in any case, I knew we were going to be a young team before I ever knew we were going to get Anriel, before I knew we were going to get Andy eligible. We had some games early where I felt like I could play some young kids and get them some confidence. Virginia was the wild card, knowing that they had 3 starters back, including 6'9". We had them early in the second game, and obviously Andy played well that day, and really our whole team played well. But not knowing those 2 kids were going to be here, well, I thought it was important we got some young kids some viable, important playing time. And then I knew the schedule would get hard in a hurry at Texas, Marquette at home, and now having to go on the road for 3. The thing about finishing on the road in pre-conference is we can send the kids home straight from the game and get them home quicker than playing here at home on whatever night, 7 o'clock. I'm not going to let them leave. Jazz is going to want to drive home as soon as the game's over. I'm not going to want her driving 4 hours to the coast. I'm sure not going to want Tierra driving 10 hours to Texas, and they'll both do it if I let them. So just being able to play on the road, we can get those kids home in a safe, timely manner. And so that's kind of how it worked out, and it's finished up that way. Obviously, finishing at Texas, Marquette at home, at Southern Miss, at Oregon, at Washington, you're wanting to get your kids' attention. Hey, this is what's coming. This is just like the SEC play. We're just getting it 3 weeks early. Let's get ready and start preparing so that when we get back from Christmas, we know what it looks like.
Jazz, you had 13 assists, 1 turnover the other night, had a really good offensive performance. Coach wanted more on the defensive end from the guards. What did you learn from that ball game, especially with some more talented guards on the way coming up? What do you feel like you learned from what you faced in that game and the challenges you had?
I know, like Coach said, SEC play is coming around, and all the guards in the SEC are pretty good. So I know I have to work on my defense and getting back in transition.
And Riel, how do you think that the schedule has prepared you guys in terms of maybe following a progression, like Coach said, getting some of the younger players some playing time initially and then allowing you and Andrea to kind of get acclimated to the system?
Yes, I think the games have progressively gotten a little bit harder. It's preparing us for the SEC play. I think Texas helped us a little bit, and then this last game was really good. It was very aggressive, and it was fast, and that's how the SEC is. So I think that those games are helping us prepare for the SEC.
Vic, scheduling Southern Miss and other in-state teams, is that something you look to do every year, play not just for your home fan base, but for the basketball in the state as well?
Absolutely. I mean, this has been a long-standing series for many, many years, long before I got here with Southern. Next year, we're going to go to Jackson and play Jackson State down there. And, again, not many teams would do that, but again, I'm glad to do it. Number one, I have a lot of respect for Jackson State and their staff, and give me a chance to bring our kids to the state capitol and play. And so we're excited about doing that and appreciate them wanting to do that instead of just wanting a game guarantee game and be done with it. So it's appreciate it. I like taking my team all over the state. We're going to play in Tupelo next year, and so and that might be a game where we play a UALR, who has to return. So you never know. I mean, I'm just talking off the top of my head here, but yes, I do like going all over this state and playing. I love our state. I love our fans in this state are so passionate. They love our kids, and I like taking them on the road and playing in different venues across this great state.
I know with Blair playing at Starkville High and the relationship you have with Coach Williams over there, you've seen them play. Do you remember anything about Kelsey Jones?
I sure do.
When she played, what was your thoughts on her as a player?
Yeah, I loved her. I think if she'd have been a couple inches taller, at the 5, I think she'd have been a real viable option for us. I think she's a great 5 player for them and can be really a problem in their conference, in Conference USA. So I'm excited for her. I was excited when she got to go to school there. I love Kelsey, a great kid. Holly really enjoyed coaching her. And so I'm excited for her. I'm not looking forward to playing against her because I think she's going to be really good, and she's tough. She's really a physical kid, and I loved her as a high school player, really did.
If you look at the schedule and the progression, did you have a mental checklist as to what you wanted the team to be doing by certain points? And if so or if not, how do you feel that things have progressed in terms of how you configured the schedule?
Adam, I'm a little bit, I don't know if confounded is the word, but I'm still trying to figure it out, this team. We averaged 93 points a game, I think, and I don't think we're that good offensively. We've shown flashes of being good defensively, like against Texas and Virginia, And then against Marquette, for whatever reason, we weren't very good. I love the fact that my guards were responsible for the victory in Austin. They had a bad night against Marquette, and Anriel and T step up and go off, and really carried us that night. Jazz didn't play bad offense. She had 13 assists. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know how many people across the country have had 13 assists this year, but she's leading the country right now in assist-to-turnover ratio. But she knows that there were some other things she could have done better. I know it. And so we go to work and you get better. But from a progression standpoint, I really felt good until we had the hiccup with Marquette. And I think now the challenge is we got to go back to work and fix it. If you think it's not going to rear its head again, you're sadly mistaken. And so we've got to get back to work and fix it. And the only way to do that is get in the gym. And I gave them Saturday. Friday was just we worked out 2 hours. I got them in, got them out, and we didn't do a whole lot, to me, of anything that was meaningful. I gave them Saturday, Sunday off. Monday, I had to knock all the rust off that they had developed over Saturday and Sunday being off. Yesterday, we finally were in the gym and we got some things done, but it wasn't a great practice. But we were in there and we were able to work. I'm hoping today we're sharper, we're better, and we can get in there and get some work done. And I'm going to get some work done in the film room today and tomorrow. So I think the kid, the film doesn't lie. When they see it on film, I think it really helps teach and drive home the points that we've been trying to tell them as coaches.
Jazz, Coach talked about people from the coast coming up for the Southern Miss game. I think you've had that experience before, family coming up. Just talk about how special that is for you.
It's very special knowing that they're our out, and I have some family in Hattiesburg that can come up and visit and see me play. So I think that's a special moment for me and my family.
Coach doesn't have a ruler, Anriel, so I'm not going to get my knuckles wrapped. Old Catholic school reference. What do you remember about Oregon from last season, having played them a couple times?
Well, when I was at my alma mater, we lost. I think we played them twice last year. We lost more than 20 both times. I remember that they were very fast and they came out ready to play both games that we played them. Their post players were really good. Of course, their guards were good as well. They played really well together. They all had chemistry, and we weren't ready. My former team, we weren't ready to play, so both games. But, yeah, I'm excited to play them. I'm excited to play them because I would like to win. So.
Knowing what you know about this team and what you guys have accomplished so far and knowing what they have back, they have a lot of the same pieces back from last season. How do you feel that this group matches up, and what kind of a challenge will it be to obviously play on their home court too?
Right. Well, it's definitely a different team, and I feel that we have all the pieces that we need. We just have to be able to come out there ready to play, and we need to listen to our coaches. They'll give us what we need. It's just a matter of us executing what we're supposed to do. I think if we do that and, be ready, we'll be good. We'll win.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Praise the Lord. Go Dogs. Thank y'all.